Hey everybody, welcome back to Legacy of Mark John.
Banana.
Mark John.
Bananas?
Sorry, we this is the episode, this series we keep it like real calm.
This is the chill out episode.
We used to have a chill out slot and then it
This
became
is the ASMR slot, so welcome. Hey there, everybody. We're gonna peel some carrots today. It's gonna be nice and peaceful. Ooh, that's some good noises, Mark. Just rubbing your knuckles on your arm.
I didn't
So
have
this
any
is
carrots to peel.
This is a new segment on the Legacy of Mark John,
Called
where
Breaking
I
Games.
run the fuck out of ideas of what to say very close into the pop filter.
Nice.
Did you mute it again?
I may have muted it again, but also maybe not. No, I didn't mute it again.
Just do it.
Just click the turn plus button.
But yeah, like when we
Oh, yeah, no, it's fine.
were playing, like I felt very calm.
It's
super
super.
It's one of those games that we always like finish off the recording session with. Because we're just like, yeah.
I will say that once you know the strat, though, I always min-max because I always want to try and win because that's just how I am.
Yeah.
So you always vampire?
No, I
No,
didn't-
like you can't always call that one from coming, but like once it comes, you know kind
it's
of what to
random
do
every
after.
time you go through. So
Okay.
like that, the fact that I had the vampire last time was completely random.
Yeah.
So
Okay.
I could get something completely different again.
Like,
And I think it's really pretty too.
And like with the
yeah, the art
mind,
style is rad.
Yeah.
like if I had more mind, I would have been able to maybe like resist the vampire's urges or something. But then I was just like,
so
okay,
every
well, now I
single
have a
thing you
shitload of
do
choice.
is affected by your stats?
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
That's why you should, when you make decisions, you should look at your stats and be like,
Based it on what your character would do. Like if your character is like
know.
if your character is like
I think we went into that blind. We're just like
You know, I was
that
just like,
one.
that one.
well, then
I'll
you
do
get some
this
cool
now.
moments if you
Yeah.
go in completely blind.
yeah, because like the first time we played, it was such like a full
Can you do
wholesome
anything?
experience. It's waiting.
Oh, okay.
I was impressed with my
It takes its time.
toothless woman impression.
Does.
Hello.
So how did you find this game?
you like to buy my
magic bean?
Like years ago.
Really? Was it just like
I saw
a
a
random
YouTuber,
encounter?
one of my favorite YouTubers was playing it, and then I was, oh, I think we're good. And then I was like, oh, this game looks amazing. So like I picked it up, and then I played it with one of my friends once, and it was
It's great,
just,
right?
Yeah.
And you guys like found like a whole bunch of eventualities and so on, right?
Yeah, we played it a bunch of times.
Obviously, we're not going to spoil it for our two newbies, but
And two
Don't you dare.
outcomes that we've seen this recording session, I have never seen before.
yeah, same here.
The cube one.
Yeah, yeah.
And then
Because nobody ever goes like pickpocketing, so I figured I'd try.
we went to the ball.
No, I
Shelby
went.
no.
We both went to the
We
ball.
both went to a
Someone
ball.
went to the ball.
And
Well,
I helped
somebody-
the king with his balls.
No, but
Yeah.
then you.
You really
But then Shelby went into like that
found
little like
the
hidden
wine cellar.
place, the wine cellar. Yeah,
Yeah.
that was a new
And
one.
then yours was the
Pickpocketing.
finding the
This is
the
the key.
stones.
He
Or
could-
Yeah,
whatever.
yeah.
That was cool.
So now something I wasn't sure about. Can two people double up on the same location in a week?
No.
No? Okay.
And you can destroy more than one location too.
Do you want to keep reading
That's
these
what I
ones, or
was
do you want to
afraid
have
of.
like?
I like reading them unless
You like
guys,
it?
unless
Yeah, go
you guys
for
want to do
Yeah,
Please.
do it.
it. Okay. The Yawhg will be here in 6 weeks, and no one expects it. Not a one of us. We just keep on living our lives week by week, unaware.
Okay.
Go blue team.
So you all start with 5.
Yeah, 5 and
Zero.
everything and 0 left.
Except, yeah.
I'm gonna go to the hospital. Excuse me. And tend to patients. You spend the week diagnosing and tending to the sick. You gain 2 mind and earn 1 wealth. One day you hear spooky sounds echoing through the hospital. Soon afterwards, a glowing blue ghost floats down from the ceiling. She seems to be unaware that wandering the halls aimlessly, howling out horrible noises. She doesn't appear to realize that she is freaking everyone out. You decide to do something about it. Do I have enough magic? I feel like I don't. I don't think so. Either way, you approach the spirit and try to explain to her the effect that she's having on the sick. You're not convincing enough to be able to persuade her to stop her haunting. Eventually, everyone gets used to her and learns to live with the creepy ghost. Your mental resolve hardens. You gain 1 mind.
Hey.
That's a good example. Quite literally, the first thing was something we encountered in that
Like
last.
week 5 or 6.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, like, proof that like things can change.
Let's go to the gardens. I'll meditate. You spend the week in deep meditation.
What's that pose?
You gain 1 magic and 2 mind. One day you come across an elderly man snoozing on the grass. You there, young person. He waves you over. I'm having an awful time trying to nap in the bright sun. Do you mind giving me some shade? I'll block the sun. Just look at me.
Right.
Ages seem to pass as you stand in the hot sun. The wizened old man sleeps peacefully in your shadow. The sun is sweltering, and after some hours you begin to feel faint. Gradually, everything grows dark. When you awaken, it is evening in the garden, and an ancient gnarled tree stands where the old man was sleeping. For witnessing this miraculous event, you gain 1 magic.
You just shaded a tree for like 8 hours.
So now he can shade me.
I
It's a
will.
cycle.
I will go to the tavern.
It's a weird one.
Cyclical.
I am going to drink. You spend the entire week getting wasted. You gain 2 charm and 1 physique. One day, a fortune teller sets up at one of the tavern's tables. She offers to read anybody's fortune for a small sum. You can't go negative wealth, can you?
No, I don't think so.
Try it.
No thanks. The rest of the day, you watch the fortune teller from afar as she showers each of her customers with promises of wealth and love. You feel like skipping out was a good choice. You gain 1 mind.
I'm gonna go to the forest and hunt. Actually, chop wood. You spend the week cutting down trees for the village. You gain 2 physique and earn yourself 1 wealth. One day you stumble upon a dryad picking flowers in a field. Upon noticing you, she runs up to you excitedly. "Excuse me, sir, would you like to dance?" she asks. I've been wanting to dance for so long, but nobody has ever been around to dance with," she sighs. "I love to dance." She giggles and takes you by the hand. She starts humming out a song, and the 2 of you dance together in the middle of the forest. You accidentally step on her toes several times while dancing. The 3rd time she stops you. She thanks you for the dance and limps off into the night. You practice dancing a little. You gain 1 finesse. They say the last time it came, the Yawhg devoured houses whole. Still lives, tore families and family members apart. But that was so very long ago.
I like this game. I'm gonna go to the arena. I'm gonna fight. I've got the money. You spend the week placing your bets upon your favorite fighters. You gain 5 wealth. Wow. One night on your way home, you spot a rusty dagger on the ground.
Oh.
I'm gonna pick it up. As you pick it up, you hear a voice from behind you whisper, "You're not worthy." The dagger begins to dissolve into black smoke. Within seconds, the blade is gone. You feel like you've learned something. Having witnessed such an impressive magic, you gain 1 magic and 1 mind.
Hey, that's pretty good.
Okay. Let's go to the alchemy tower. Brew potion. You spend the week experimenting with different potion brews. You gain 2 magic and 1 mind. One day an artificer stops by for a visit. She is adorned with magical gadgets and gizmos and is followed everywhere by her clockwork spider. The alchemists of the tower all go out of their way to impress the artificer. Hate that. Okay. Offering her an array of potions and elixirs. After she's leaving, she adorns the most charming of the alchemists with a special trinket. The fact that she didn't choose you was a very humbling experience. You gain 1 charm.
So I feel like if you're super charming and that happens, like you get some ridiculous like bonus.
You probably get like a bunch of money or something.
Probably.
Alrighty. I am gonna go back to the forest. I'm gonna hunt. You spend the week hunting defenseless critters. You gain 2 finesse and sell the pelts for 1 wealth. I almost said gold.
It's alright.
One day, during your forest excursions, you stumble upon a swarm of rats. At first, you jump backwards in shock, but then you start to hear them conversing with one another. They call you over.
"Excuse me, miss.
One of them says in a high-pitched voice.
Do you think you might be able to help us out with something? You see, We're trying to elect our new leader, but it seems our votes are completely tied. We're trying to decide between Seedpaw and Seedpaw the Vengeful and Blightooth the Wise,
says the rat. Seedpaw steps forward.
If you'd vote for me, the rats would have a powerful leader, one who isn't afraid to take our fight to the enemy,
proclaims Seedpaw. Blightooth steps up.
If you vote for me, good miss, I will lead the rats to an age of enlightenment,
says Blightooth. Which rat do you choose? I'm gonna choose Blightooth the Wise. Half of the rats roar with tiny applause. Seedpaw bows his head and walks back into the mass of rats. Blightooth climbs up to your shoulder and whispers ancient secrets into your ear as thanks. You gain 1 mind and 1 magic. That was cool. I like that one.
I will go to the tavern and then drink.
Hell yeah.
You spend the entire week getting wasted. You gain 2 charm and 1 physique. One day, an impromptu drinking contest is held. Fucking, let's do it. Whatever. You down pint after pint, drinking as if your life depended on it. You end up blacking out. When you come to, you find yourself you're at home.
Yeah.
You find yourself in a home you don't recognize, in only your underwear. Hot. Your clothes are nowhere to be found, and you seem to be the only one home. What happened? It was on us in a heartbeat, or so the stories go. The earth shook, and the air went still.
Oh, wow, I've got a lot of wealth. Let's go lavish. Let's have some fun with that.
Hell yeah. All about the balls.
You spend the week attending fancy gatherings. You gain 2 charm and 1 finesse. One day you hear somebody shouting something in the hallway. There's a bomb in the palace, they scream. There is a mass panic as people try to desperately escape the palace's walls. Locate and disarm the bomb. You run deeper into the castle, trying to figure out where the explosives are hidden. You manage to find them in the wine cellar, disguised as barrels of wine. The bomb appears to be on a detonator that is controlled by a powerful magic. You realize immediately you won't be able to figure it out and get out of the building as quick as you can. You're almost out when the bomb goes off. There's a huge explosion that knocks you through a wall. You lose 1 physique. Well, I tried, and the palace is gone.
Oh, boo.
Is it?
Yeah.
Yep,
Yeah.
it's grayed out. Yep.
Alright.
Yeah, you can actually see it on the map. It's like damaged now.
Oh, yep.
Well, I'm gonna go to the slums.
So I'd imagine if so your mind has to be strong enough to find the bomb, and then your magic has to be strong enough to disarm it?
Yeah, that's what it seems like.
Probably.
Let's fight crime.
Ooh.
The mask.
It almost looks like a tattoo.
His name is the mustache.
The stash.
The green stash.
Ooh. You mean Luigi?
Hey,
No.
it's me. You spend the week outsmarting and beating up criminals. You gain 1 mind, 1 physique, and 1 finesse. One night, a woman walks up to you. "Excuse me, sir. Feeling a little lonely tonight?" she asks.
Ooh.
"For only a small amount of coin, I can make you feel good all night." "I have no money, so no thank you." "Your loss."
I am gonna go to the arena. I am going to... I'm gonna compete in fight. You spend the week fighting brutes in the arena. You gain 2 physique and 1 finesse. One day, in between matches, you stumble upon one of the higher-ranked fighters. Higher-ranked fighters ingesting illegal strength potions. "Please, miss, don't report me," she cries. I'll even share some of my potion with you if you keep quiet," she adds. I am going to take her offer. "Thank you so much for not reporting me," she says while handing you her flask. You take a small swig of the potion and can immediately feel your muscles expand significantly. You gain 2 physique.
Oh, look who's a big boy now.
Mimi big boy.
I'm gonna go to the forest and hunt. You spend the week hunting defenseless critters. You gain 2 finesse and sell the pelts for 1 wealth. One day, you stumble upon a tall, nicely trimmed hedge in the middle of the woods. You sit and eat your lunch in front of the hedge, wondering exactly what it's doing out here. Suddenly, an enormous hand erupts from the foliage.
Punch the hand.
Dodge it. Your reflexes allow you to duck just out of its grasp. You run faster than you ever have in your life. You gain 2 physique.
That physique, though.
And then the world was a howling fury. Chaos. Screaming. The sound of all we knew being pulled in half.
Yeah, that palace is gone.
Yep.
Let's try the Alchemy Tower.
Way to go.
You spend the week cleaning up noxious chemicals. You're paid 1 wealth for your labor and gain 1 physique and 1 magic. One day, a swarm of rats infest the building. They are biting everything in their way. Everyone else in the building flees immediately. What do you do? I don't have enough magic,
If
but
you
I
kill
feel
my fucking rats.
Do it.
blast them with magic. You wave your hands and produce a bouquet of flowers. It wasn't the spell you meant to cast. The rats spot you and attempt to exterminate them. Or you attempt that. The rats spot your attempt to exterminate them and begin biting you horribly. You lose 1 physique. You manage to escape now, but now there's 2 nows in there. Rats all over the tower.
You break the tower too?
I think I may have broken the tower.
No, it looks okay.
Yeah. Looks like you might be alright.
Okay.
Although you may have caused a scourge of rats upon the town.
Hells yes. Prime.
I'll go to the tavern. I'll bartend. You spend the week serving drinks at the tavern. You earn 1 wealth in tips and gain 2 in charm. One day, the tavern throws its annual dart tournament. I will spectate. You watch the tournament from the sidelines, analyzing throwing techniques. You gain 1 finesse.
Nice.
I am gonna go to the Hopsital.
Oh, I can't skip that.
I'm gonna tend to patients. You spend the week diagnosing and tending to the sick. You gain 2 mind and earn 1 wealth. One day, a patient comes into the hospital with sores that nobody's ever seen before. While walking by his bedside, he looks to you and rudely asks for a glass of water. I'm gonna get him water. You bring him a small glass to quench his thirst. He takes a large sip, swigs it around, and then proceeds to spit it at you. The water hits you right in the face. After cleaning up, you scold the obviously insane man for spitting at you. That night, when you get home, you feel dizzy and start having vivid hallucinations about ancient wizards. You gain 3 magic. You lose 3 mind.
Wizard. Wizard.
Let's go arena
He's a wizard.
and fight. You spend the week fighting brutes in the arena. You gain 2 physique and 1 finesse. One day, in the middle of the match, a dryad runs onto the field. Would anyone like to dance? She appears to be asking. Boos and hisses erupt from the crowd. Before you can even react, one of the fighters has already cleaved the dryad in 2. A terrible shriek booms from out of the wound. The crowd erupts into applause. The dryad's corpse then explodes into a flurry of leaves that cuts everyone nearby. You lose 1 physique. Fucking okay.
You should have been a better dancer.
I'm sorry. When it arrives this time, how will we fare? Will we once more rebuild, move on, be strong, or have we forgotten?
Oh boy.
Is the alchemy tower actually covered with rats? Like, is it any different up top? I can't tell.
I don't see it. I'm in a cleaning mood. Clean
Oh.
up. Oh,
Jesus.
You spend the week steeling your mind against the horrors of the hospital, making sure it is as clean as it can be. You gain 1 mind, 1 physique, and earn 1 wealth. One day, a patient whose voice has been cursed and replaced with piano notes won't stop talking. All the other patients are complaining that his voice is making the hospital even more depressing. Doctors have tried convincing him to stop talking, but to no avail. Try to decipher what he's saying. You listen to his piano keys and manage to work out that all he wants is for his pillow to be fluffed. You fluff his pillow for him, and he sounds extremely grateful. You gain 2 charm.
Nice.
To the forest I go. Chop wood. You spend the week cutting down trees for the village. You gain 2 physique and earn yourself 1 wealth. One day you hear a howl nearby, followed by the rustling of leaves. I'm around for it. You drop what you were doing and run for your life. You hear heavy footsteps running behind you, and they seem to be getting closer. Something heavy jumps on top of you and slashes open your back. You black out. When you come to, your whole body feels warm, and the gash in your back has disappeared. You lose 3 magic. You gain 3 physique.
Are you a fucking werewolf?
Best believe.
I'm gonna go to the alchemy tower. Hang out with my rats.
It's frightening.
I'm gonna brew a potion. You spend the week experimenting with different potion brews. You gain 2 magic and 1 mind. Over the course of the week, you notice yourself growing more and more spiral-shaped sores all over your body. One day, the sores begin glowing a vibrant blue. You feel your magical power grow even stronger, while your mind slips further and further. You gain 3 magic. You lose 3 mind. In no time, the sores are glowing so bright that they hurt to look at. Someone rushes up to you, asking if you're alright. With only a glance, you set him aflame. Then you let out a scream that shakes the earth and shatters the skulls of all nearby. A river of blood coats the ground as you walk about, reveling in your destruction. You black out. When you come to, you're at home in your bed. Your sores have faded and you feel like the disease's symptoms have passed.
Oh, well.
Jesus Christ.
Now you've destroyed the
I have destroyed the tower.
All the rats that were
I went to hang out with the rats, and I killed everyone there.
Let's go to the arena and fight some more. You spend the week fighting brutes in the arena. You gain 2 physique and 1 finesse. During a match, another warrior's weapon is knocked from their grasp. You barely manage to avoid it. With a sickening crunch, it destroys the knee of a nearby bystander. He accuses you of causing him harm by not stopping the flying weapon. He takes you to court. I don't know if I have enough charm, or I'll just offer to settle. Whatever. No amount of coin convinces the unreasonable man to settle. The trial does not go well for you, and you're sentenced to perform community service. Performing hard labor, you gain 1 physique and 1 finesse.
Nice.
Unfortunately, the boring tasks take a toll on you mentally. You lose 1 mind.
You a dummy.
The Yawhg. It's almost here. Almost. Almost.
Alright.
2 places destroyed.
I know.
Please.
Let's go bartend. You spend the week serving drinks at the tavern. You earn 1 wealth, tips, and gain 2 charm. One day, while in the tavern, you hear a large commotion outside. It's my job to stay in the bar. You stay inside the bar and are left wondering what could have gone out. Bleh, bleh. All this wondering is a great workout for your imagination. You gain 1 mind. I wish I'd gone out now. It was probably you.
Let's go to the arena.
Blowing
You
shit.
hear an explosion from the alchemy
I'll
tower.
key and fight. You spend the week fighting brutes in the arena. You gain 2 physique and 1 finesse. Over the course of the week, you notice that you've been slowly growing hair all over your body. You've also noticed yourself getting significantly stronger. You gain 3 physique.
Jesus.
Your ability to control the supernatural is fading, however. You lose 3 magic. One day, you feel searing pain coursing through you as your body contorts against your will. Fur erupts from everywhere and your teeth turn jagged and sharp. You can hear the screaming of those around you, but all you can think of is how hungry you are.
And there
The
goes
next
the
few
arena.
hours are a blur. You wake up the next day in your bed, naked and coated in blood. You take a look in the mirror and notice you're completely back to normal now. You feel like whatever all of that was, it's all out of your system now.
So now we have destroyed 3 places.
Jesus.
I don't think we've ever done that before. have we?
No, I don't think so.
That's awesome.
I'm gonna go.
Jesus.
I'm gonna go to the slums.
We've destroyed the town more than the Yawhg will.
We really have. And I'm gonna fight crime.
We're getting them ready.
You spend the week outsmarting and beating up criminals. You gain 1 mind, 1 physique, and 1 finesse. One night, a small child approaches you, with his hands cupped, outstretched towards you. He doesn't say anything, but looks up at you with wide eyes, waiting expectantly. I'll give him some coin. You toss him a sack of coins. You lose 1 though. He thanks you and walks away. The next night, you recognize him on the street. You spot him eating what looks like a fresh loaf of bread. He sees you and smiles. You feel good about yourself. You gain 1 physique. You gain 1 finesse. You gain 1 mind. You gain 1 charm. You gain 1 magic.
You are by far the strongest thing we have in this game.
I am a magician.
I'm gonna go to the
werewolf.
forest and hunt. Now that the arena is destroyed. You spend the week hunting defenseless critters.
Hell
You
yeah.
gain 2 finesse and sell the pelts for 1 wealth. One night, through the trees, you spot a group of cloaked figures standing in a circle. They're chanting in unison. O mighty Lord of the Night, Master of Beasts, Bringer of Pain and Derision. One of them runs out of the darkness and runs to the group. Sorry everyone, I was reading the calendar wrong, he says. We were supposed to summon the demon yesterday. Now we wait a whole year to try again. There's a collective sigh as the group disperses. You learned a little bit about demon summoning. Learn 1 mind and 1 magic.
I like that one.
The storm arrives in the night. By the morning, it still rages. For 3 full days, the tempest puts us through a grinder. Drowns us, crushes us, ruins us. But then it ends, and we see the graveyard our home has become. Our home. Does anything yet live? Is it? Are we? Past saving?
Oh boy. Well, I've got that charm in mind, so I'm gonna go towards that leader position. Take it upon yourself to be the leader of the survivors. You effectively delegate and prioritize tasks. You give a lot of pats on the back rewarding everyone's hard work. This helps the rebuilding effort a lot.
I have a lot of physique.
Yeah, builders, like...
So I'll be the builder. You take it upon yourself to help rebuild the town by hand. You rebuild homes at breakneck speed, impressing the rest of the survivors. This helps the rebuilding effort significantly.
Ooh, that magic though.
Conjurer.
Yeah,
Probably
I'm gonna
conjurer,
go
yeah.
conjurer.
We're just going down the line.
I was about to
Oh,
say,
you're gonna
yeah.
help us now.
You take it upon yourself to help conjure up supplies for the town. With your magic, you summon supplies of the highest caliber. With little effort, you're summoning high-quality lumber and food from out of nowhere. This helps the rebuilding effort significantly.
Wow.
Wow.
Way to contribute.
Wow.
And with that finesse and physique, I guess I'll do the tailor. You volunteer to weave and mend clothing for the survivors to keep warm. You make and mend clothing faster than anyone would have ever expected. Every survivor now has access to numbers of scarves, socks, and hats to keep warm. This helps the survival effort immensely.
Haven't seen a mess.
That's a big...
Ooh.
And so we set about our tasks, once more living our lives, this time in a way we might never have expected, or even wanted. But in the end, we flourished. Towers, once wrecked and ravaged, rose towards the sky. Trees again took root, then blossomed. We all blossomed. And though it took a long while, and though it took a lot from us, our future is bright. And should the Yawhg ever return, we will be ready. Woo! Yay. We didn't die this time.
And now we get backstory on each of us.
Oh.
I didn't fucking murder everyone this time.
Well,
with
Well,
my looting.
If
Well,
Shelby
not in
became
the
the
end
town
game,
drunk
at
last time.
huh?
You could have become the town drunk last
I
time.
Yeah.
kind of should.
with the town rebuilt, you go to the hospital to retake your role as custodian. Your job isn't glamorous, but you make it You make it better by poking fun at the doctors with witty one-liners.
Like, fuck off.
They often
Witty.
they often have a clever retort to your jokes, and the back and forth is well placed and punchy. One day, a patient, also a playwright, asks for permission to write a play about your life.
Ah, Scrubs.
You happily accept. The play becomes an instant hit, and you become a celebrity for a brief moment in time. You still clean up blood and vomit for a living. However, the town. Oh, sorry. No. That's still me?
No.
No, it's
No, it's you.
You know, that wasn't a lead-in, however. That was a... But you still clean up.
However.
Oh, as in like you do this. However, okay,
Yeah.
got it.
With the town fully rebuilt, you spend more and more time in the alchemy tower.
I don't know if that's possible. I'll blew it up.
We rebuilt it.
Yeah.
Your potion brewing abilities quickly become among the best in the world. Your health and mana point potions are considered world-class delicacies, with people venturing far and wide to buy them. But you never learn how to brew a love potion.
Oh.
Forever alone.
With the town rebuilt, you spend nearly all your time in the alchemy tower. You try desperately to research a cure for that mysterious spiral sore disease that caused you to hurt all those people. All that time in the lab begins taking a toll on your body. You notice spiral sores beginning to resurface on your skin. Not wanting to repeat the past, you walk out to the docks and jump in the water. You swim out as far as possible. A faint explosion was spotted on the lake that night. Some say it was the birth of a new star.
Holy shit.
Fuck yes! What I've been saying all day is I wanna fucking die, and my character commits suicide. Jesus.
After the town is rebuilt, you become the leader of a hunting party. You become the town's main supplier of game, meat, and furs. You become extremely adept at killing defenseless animals. One day, you spot a glowing blue fox in the woods. Upon seeing it, it cackles and runs off. You pursue it for what feels like hours, but to no avail. Capturing the laughing blue fox becomes an obsession for you. You spend every moment thinking of its laugh, even while you sleep. Its cackle feels as if it's burned into your brain.
Jesus.
Okay. Well, maybe
Wow.
one day I'll find that sick blue fox.
Well, my character is just a little lonely, but he's fine.
He's world famous.
My character's
Your character.
I was for a hot second.
You're a star.
Yeah, damn straight.
Literal star.
Actual star.
I was a figurative one. You're a literal one.
literal.
That was great. All right. Well, thanks for joining us, and we'll catch you guys next time. Ba-da-da-da-da-da.
Ba-da-da-da-da.